So we're back, you guys, with another video, and we're gonna dive into some strange TikToks where videos get creepy, and of course, my reactions are gonna get real.
You should wipe off your head.
When the flash start flashing and the
Why
flash
is
is
her head
flashing.
smoking?
Flash, 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 flash,
I've
flashing.
never seen this before.
You should wipe
I've
off
never seen this happen to anyone.
your head.
When the flash start flashing and the flash is flashing. Flash,
Is it
flash,
because she's
flash,
bald?
flash, flash, flashing.
You should wipe off your head.
When the flash start flashing and the flash is flashing. Flash, 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 flashing.
One thing about The Simpsons, they're gonna tell us everything we need to know. Literally.
I do not think that this is a coincidence, y'all. Just peep the Time magazines. Do y'all think that this means something? Do you believe that this could be a subliminal? Cause I do.
Do you guys see how they're purposely positioning the letter M to be put over their heads to make it look like devil horns? That's just what I think. Because what's the reason? And normally, like, I would have looked at this picture or video and just overlooked it, but it's clear as day. Like, this was done on purpose, for sure.
You feel me? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's always something. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This one specifically stood out to me, bro. This one and another one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, each one of those figures that we seen in the Time magazines, we all heard some crazy shit about. Am I lying? Let's look at it one more time. I want y'all to think about it. Does their picture and their face have to really like match up exactly on that part? Like, does it have to, y'all? That's just my personal question, you feel me? I just find it real strange. Then we had this one, the moment of truth. Y'all already know. I mean, this is just the Time magazines, y'all. Entertainment purposes only. You feel me? Oh my God!
So I just found out that the reason why black people, we put so much seasoning on our food and people be saying our food over seasoned is because that during slavery, they would give all the white people the fresh meat, and then they'll give all the enslaved black people, us, all the meat that was rotten and about to go old. And salt is a good preservative of meat, so they'll put a whole bunch of salt within the meat and stuff like that to hold it to preserve it for as long as possible. Then you know how black people always like our food cooked like well done. We don't like our steaks like rare and stuff like that, and we like our fish cooked hard and stuff. That's because we was only getting the bad meat, so we would cook our food as long as possible to get all the bacteria out and make it as safe for human consumption. The impact that slavery has had on us is crazy. Like that's why when they be like, "Oh, slavery was hundreds of years ago," it don't matter. No, they did stuff to our minds that condition it to think certain ways. Like they switched up everything. That's why nothing that happens is a coincidence. Like when you constantly see black people having certain patterns, like we always took our food a certain way and we talk like this and we do stuff like this. All that stuff goes back to slavery for like all of that stuff is because of a reason. It's just crazy when you really look at how deep this shit goes. Like
she managed to tap the vision from the brain of a cat and to reconstruct what the cat sees onto a computer screen.
But we can distinguish that. So when we use all of those, thinking that they represent visual information, this is the reconstruction that we come up with.
It is the first time an image was tapped from the brain. It proves that we can read and understand the REM movements. The face is recognizable, but I still can't avoid the impression that the face has something cat-like. She managed to tap the vision from the brain of a cat and to reconstruct what the cat sees onto a computer screen.
But we can distinguish that. So when we use all of those, thinking that they represent visual information, this is the reconstruction that we come up with.
It is the first time an image was tapped from the brain. It proves that we can read and understand the REM movements. The face is recognizable, but I still can't avoid the impression that the face has something cat-like.
The Earth is flat, stationary, and enclosed by a glass dome known as the firmament, which contains the sun, moon, and stars, all of which move, not the Earth. Above and below are waters. This isn't a conspiracy. If satellites were really in space, why would we need communication towers in the middle of the ocean? A compass only functions properly on a flat surface to differentiate between north, east, south, and west. Water always stays level and contained, with the Arctic Circle and Antarctica acting as barriers that hold the oceans in. The solid glass dome, or firmament, keeps the air inside, creating a sealed, airtight environment. The Earth doesn't spin at millions of miles per hour like a ball. The sounds of thunderbooms are produced when solid objects shift. Even world leaders know this truth, as shown by the Flat Earth map on the UN logo. Once again, it's the sun, moon, and stars that rotate from east to west, not the Earth. The people who taught you that the Earth is a globe are fully aware of and believe in the flat, enclosed system we all live in, and that no one can leave. One of the strongest proofs for a flat Earth is this. We're told that we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting the sun in the heliocentric model at 66,600 miles per hour. On top of that, we're supposedly chasing the sun through space at nearly 500,000 miles per hour. According to this model, we're spiraling through an infinite universe, never in the same place twice. Now consider the Georgia Guidestones, which had a small hole drilled through one of the central stones. If you looked through that hole, you would always see Polaris, the North Star. But how could we be moving in so many directions, traveling vast distances, and yet that star remains perfectly aligned in the hole? It should shift out of sight constantly, yet it stayed in place for 40 years, until one day, someone blew up the monument. They say Earth spins eastward at 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. So, here's a question. How does a plane flying eastward at just 800 kilometers per hour reach its destination? Shouldn't the ground be moving too fast for the plane to catch up? And what about landing? Imagine trying to land a plane safely on a runway that's supposedly zipping along at 1,600 kilometers per hour. Sounds risky, doesn't it? The official explanation is that Earth's atmosphere is stuck to the planet, held by gravity, despite the vacuum of space above it. But think about this. If Earth were a spinning ball, pilots would constantly need to adjust for the curve. At 800 kilometers per hour, a plane would have to lower its nose by around 850 meters per minute to stay on course with Earth's curvature. Otherwise, it would be flying higher and higher, reaching about 50,000 meters in just an hour. Yet pilots don't make these constant adjustments. Once they reach cruising altitude, they level off and maintain a steady course until it's time to descend. No constant corrections for Earth's curve, just a straight, level flight path. Doesn't that raise questions? If Earth were really spinning and curving, wouldn't we see constant course corrections? But we don't. It's a compelling clue that maybe things aren't what we've been taught. What do you think? If you're curious to dive deeper into these ideas, make sure to check out more videos on this page.
Planets are not spinning balls in space. They are lights within the firmament. The 7 planets give you the 7 chakras, the 7 metals. 7 days for the week, Monday for the moon, Saturday for Saturn, Sunday for the sun. That's why Christians celebrate their God on Sunday, because Jesus is the sun. 12 disciples, the 12 zodiac signs. Sun is your soul. Jesus is the soul inside of you. Jesus represents universal consciousness made human, which is you. 7 planets are the 7 energies that create this universe. 7 days of creation for the 7 planets. The roots are made by Saturn, the leaves are made by the moon, the fruit is made by Jupiter, the stems made by the sun. Everything in the universe is governed by a celestial body. They worship Saturn because Saturn rules time. Saturn is all about conditioning. The stars are inside of you, they are aspects of your consciousness. You are heaven and earth brought together, spirit and matter. The soul system is within you. These are the energies of the soul. Your body's a universe and your consciousness is God. Revelation 1:20. The 7 stars are the 7 angels of the churches. Can't land on a planet. They are luminous, they are lights, and they exist within you. As above, so below. This book literally tells you everything. It's called the Book of Wisdom. The link is in my bio.
So what you've got is you've got the Saturn as we have now with the ring around it, projecting out a false reality pockets. False reality. It hits the moon, and the moon is working like an amplifier, which then creates and projects the false reality onto this planet. So we're living an inverted reality here. It's not how, it doesn't work.
What do you mean by an inverted reality?
Well, an inverted reality in the sense that you succeed by doing bad. You succeed by fucking over, excuse my language, you succeed by screwing over your fellow man. If you're if that's if you want to go along with that. I don't care if you succeed. I'd rather not succeed and be okay and take care of people I love. So whether or not it's success is not, I'm not interested in that. What I'm trying to do is change the frequency here so that that ceases to exist anymore.
This has been hidden from you on purpose. Did you know that the Great Wall of China is 13,171 miles long, and it is always downplayed throughout history? To put that in perspective, from the east to the west coast of America, it is on average 3,000 miles. Yet you have to times that by 4, then add another 1,000 miles, and you're still not at that number. This leaves you to wonder, how did they build such a wall, and why? I mean, did you even know that China was that big? They started to build the wall before Jesus had even walked the earth. No ruler with a sane mind would dedicate so much time and resources to building something with no purpose. This is where it takes a turn. The ruler that ordered it to be built knew it would take over 1,000 years. Who were they defending against that they needed all 13,000 miles to even have a chance at winning? What or who were they so scared of?
13,000 miles? That's a super long wall. That's crazy.
Numerous reports, maps, and old photos suggest that the wall was built by the Tartarian Empire. If you look at old photos, the steep side of the Great Wall and even the lookout posts are actually facing China, meaning that it was not built by China. It was in fact to keep whatever was in China in China.
Wow, like, do you see the similarities between schools and jails and prisons? Like, this is crazy. Like, it's literally the same design. It's literally the same thing. Think about it. When you go to school, you have to do things at a certain time. You have to eat lunch at a certain time. You take your breaks on a certain time. You got to listen to the teachers. You got to ask to go to the washroom. Like, there's so many rules and regulations put in place that when you go to jail or prison, it's literally the same thing. Same setup, same design, same structure.
Just seen something down here, and actually it scared me a bit. So I just thought I'd put the camera on. I can't really quite believe what I think I'm looking at. Yeah. Wow. This is going to be a first. It's massive. It's a sword. It's an actual sword. I don't know what to say. I can't believe this. And it's perfect as well. Really heavy. Bloody holding a sword. It's flagging a bit, that's woken me up.
Make a wish, make a wish, make a wish.
And many more.
Right.
Almost.
Whoa. All right, Jackie. All right, here, honey. The girl's got to have a present. This is from me. Yeah. Yeah. Jackie, press its pass.
Hey kiddo, hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much better now, so whenever you can. Hey kiddo, hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much better now, so whenever you can, just come visit me, okay? Okay?
I don't know about you guys, but gifts like this would scare the heck out of me. Like, I don't want nothing with no one's voice put into it or anything like that. Like, when it comes to stuff like this, send it back.
Shut up. No way. That has not worked. That has not worked.
I just missed a call from my dad. I just heard his voice one more time.
After all these years, I just have to come clean. I've done terrible things in my time working at McDonald's. I feel compelled to let the public know. For years they've had me saying that it's a happy meal, or that I'm loving it. But the reality is, Animals are seriously abused for McDonald's food. I tried to talk with executives, but nobody listens to the low man on the totem pole. The executives have never stepped foot in our suppliers' farms, but I have. I've been there, and you wouldn't believe the things I've seen there. I refuse to lie anymore, and I refuse to be complicit. I can barely live with myself, knowing what I've been a part of. But my greatest fear is that after all this gets out, and the public knows, that nothing's going to change.
If anyone out there is still eating McDonald's, please, please, please do your research on exactly what you're eating. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Coming from me, I used to eat McDonald's back in the day, and I haven't had McDonald's in like a good couple of years now. So do your research, okay?
Have you heard of the theory that the Trumps are time travelers?
Which one specifically?
This connects to, guess who? Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla died in the New York hotel or something, right? And within his hotel that he was living in, he had 80 plus trunks of all his patents, his designs for different technologies, all this stuff. So the National Defense Research Facility and the FBI, guess who they sent first to go and collect the stuff?
Donald Trump.
John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle.
What? Weird.
He was a highly respected electrical engineer and physicist. And he got there and he came back and he said, oh, you guys said there's 80 trunks. I only found 30. So the theory is that he took some of these trunks and did some stuff. But Tesla had been working on this stuff of like, he said that he had figured out how to bend time. The theory is Donald Trump's uncle took this, created a time machine.
Oh my gosh.
Traveled back in time and like did all this stuff. But then the weird connection is there was a book that came out in 1896 and it's called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
So someone else named Baron Trump, or you're saying...
You know what the book was about?
Time travel?
Baron Trump time traveling.
No!
This photo was taken by hikers in Bolivia. Initially, it just looks like an attractive shot of the surrounding area, but something odd can be spotted on the other side of the lake. Zooming in closer, there appears to be a semi-transparent creature walking along the edge of the water. We can see that the creature resembles the gray alien, with elongated arms and legs, a rounded head, with large bulbous eyes. The creature seems to be semi-transparent and doesn't have a reflection, so is this some kind of interdimensional creature, or just an elaborate hoax?
What if I told you the biggest ocean isn't even on this planet? Oh no, it's actually above our heads. Yeah, you heard me right. There's an ocean in outer space, and every ocean you've ever heard of pales in comparison. The Pacific, the Atlantic, these massive bodies of water that cover most of our planet. It's like comparing a grain of sand to a desert. The ocean's here, just puddles compared to the ocean above the sky, the one that surrounds everything. And if you think I'm crazy, think again. And then, get this. Many people have noticed air bubbles floating up in supposed outer space footage. The officials try to explain it away, but ask yourself this. Why would there be bubbles in a vacuum? And did you know astronauts train in massive underwater swimming pools? I'm talking way bigger than anything you've ever seen, way bigger than Olympic pools. You've got to wonder, why do they need pools that big? How greedy? I mean, some people don't even have clean water, and these guys are just floating around for a living. Could it be that they're simulating something that's much more like the ocean above us?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
This year and forward, the sun is now exposing everything. So you know how people have been putting these protective films over their car just so their car don't fade and all these type of things? Well, nobody expected for this new sun to be hitting the way that it has been hitting, and because of this is the side effects of the cars in China. So they are calling these things pregnant cars because they are literally being forced to swell because of the heat of the sun. This is in China, y'all. You guys are privy to what this new sun along with these new temperatures are doing to different parts of the world, y'all. You got pregnant cars appearing in China and different parts of the world, and then Saudi Arabia.
If that new sun is doing that to those cars, imagine what it's doing to us. Like, imagine what it's doing to people, their bodies, their skin. Like, I don't think, like, that doesn't look safe to me.
Erecting over 250 umbrellas to create like a shade force field for them so they don't have to experience this new temperatures worldwide. I mean, look at this. Look at what I recorded in Jacksonville just the other day, y'all. That shit looks like an open portal. This thing looked just like this without me recording it, y'all. I was just so dumbfounded. I was like, what is going on here? It looks like a giant eye. It looks like a football. It looks like the universal yoni. It looks like so many things. A cat eye, a dragon's eye. And I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more things take an adverse side effect to what the sun has been doing lately, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
That's a wrap for today's video, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, leave some comments, and please subscribe to the channel. If you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure you guys turn on your notifications so that you guys get notified whenever I drop new videos. And yes, I will see you guys in another video.